Afternoon. I'm going to begin by saying I'm not 100% certain on the reasons for this video as I begin. I've been thinking for a couple of hours whether or not I should do it and whether or not it will be helpful or just an irritation or whatever, but I'm just going to talk and get some stuff out and see how it goes. So hopefully you'll stick with it, and I'll try and explain a few things about how I am and how I'm doing. This is probably the first day in about 2 or 3 weeks that I've felt content, or at least able to begin to coherently explain what's going on in my head and how I'm feeling. Now, be that because I'm alone talking to a camera and there's no one looking back at me, or be it because I finally made peace with where I am right now, and my current mindset and my current thought processes. I want to, I suppose, talk a little bit about the issue of self-harm and the ways in which I have been attempting to cope the past couple of weeks, which culminated in something that terrified me, which I'll talk a little bit about later, happened 2 years ago. But first of all, I want to give you, explain a little bit about what I've been doing the past couple of weeks and why I'm starting to get increasingly concerned about how stable I am and how safe I am. Self-harm doesn't have to be cutting. Self-harm transcends a whole range of different actions that individuals do to cope, regain control, take away the mental pain, make it into physical pain, whatever the reasons behind it. No one person is the same, and it's exceptionally hard to answer the question, why do you self-harm? Because there's rarely an answer, or if there is an answer, it's rarely the whole answer. I don't cut myself anymore. I haven't for a couple of years now, and that period of my life only lasted 4 or 5 months, I think, and I wasn't cutting, I was just scratching and gouging, and I can't now think why I did it. I can probably imagine it was something to transfer the pain and frustration that I was feeling inside to something that was more tangible, so visible, and also it felt painful. But anyway, that period ended. It sort of just phased out, really. One day I just didn't feel the need to do it, and I sort of forgot about it. The cuts healed themselves. I've got no scarring. Then I got to thinking this past couple of weeks about the other ways that I've probably replaced that practice with other forms of self-harm. I went through a phase when I was very, very weight conscious, and I would weigh myself 10-15 times a day, and if I ever got over the 10 stone mark, which I know isn't, you know, any great weight, I would panic and I would fast. Totally wrong, totally unhelpful, but that happened, and I'm beginning to realise that there's a lot of things that I do to myself that are visible signs that I'm probably not as stable as I could be, should be, and arguably thought I was. I'm feeling pretty well today, and I have no intention of doing anything that would harm my health today. But a few weeks into this year, I started making myself be sick. I don't know why, really. I suppose that the whole issue's over weight and image and body shape came into it, and also I think it was my inadequate, foolish way of trying to regain some sort of control and to escape from the purely mental. If I was physically ill, it in some strange way would, for that 5-10 minute period, take my mind off of thoughts, and I was purely focusing on the action of making myself be sick, and then being sick, and then how I felt after I'd been sick. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, honestly. Basically, after a long couple of weeks of not eating much, drinking far too much, sleeping too much or not enough, I came to what I thought was the end. I was tired of fighting, tired of questioning myself, tired of questioning others, tired of analysing, tired of failing to make any positive steps. And I found myself 2 days ago in a place that terrified me and shocked me into reevaluating where I am and how I am, and made me realise that I do still want to go forward, and I do want to get even better and do more things and see more people and live a bit longer and live a bit fuller. So it was Wednesday, mid-morning. I couldn't go to work that day. I was ready to, dressed, out of the house, but something took over that made me totally incapable of being around people. I could not imagine looking into someone's eyes, I could not imagine talking to someone, I could not imagine being around people. I was in a bit of a daze and a bit of a panic, and I just wanted to get home and get in my front door and shut the world out totally. So I got home and just found myself sitting on the bathroom floor with a bottle of wine and some random pills, mixture of sleeping tablets, cold and flu remedy, anything from the cabinet I get my hands in really. I made myself quite comfortable on the floor. I got a pillow and put a rug down and sat down and put some music on and poured myself a very large glass of white wine and just sat for half an hour, just sat, sipped and tried to calm down and think about what I was going to do and think about the past 23 years of my life and think about where I'd come from and who I was and what I got, and that exhausted me. That totally exhausted me, and I snapped and I couldn't foresee myself going through another day of justifying myself and analysing myself and struggling to get out of bed and struggling to laugh and having no will to do anything. I didn't want to struggle anymore. So I finished the first glass of wine, music's all playing in the background, opened the pills and one by one, just slowly started to take them. I don't believe this was a real attempt at actively killing myself. Looking back now, my method was inadequate. The medication that I'd chosen, I don't think could have done the desired job, and after about, I don't know, 10, 12 gulps, I panicked, got a bit dizzy, decided this is not how I want it to be. I suddenly thought, I'm not dying on a Wednesday at 11:30 in the morning, alone on a cold bathroom floor. I'm not doing that. So I managed to stand up, grabbing the sink, and I brought myself up. Chucked the wine in the sink and filled it with water and just got some water down me. Opened the windows to get some cold air in. Looked at myself in the mirror and, well, shocked at what I saw, really. Dishevelled, big black bags under my eyes, pale. I was topless and quite bony at the top here and shivering, and something says you've got to just sort yourself out. I decided in that instant to not continue as I was. And the next thing I remember was sitting on the floor in the bathroom and ramming 2 fingers down my throat and not stopping until I was empty. Not stopping until my throat was raw, and not stopping until I'd, I don't know, I suppose, punished myself enough for being, for taking that, nearly taking that route out. Yesterday, went to work and I wasn't, I felt oddly at some sort of peace. I felt, wasn't quite back, but I felt like I turned some sort of corner. As if something had something had clicked in me to think that there is reason to continue, and yet Wednesday was not my time. And last night I saw some very good friends, and they hugged me, and I didn't go into detail about any of this, but they knew I wasn't well. Hugged me, held me tightly, and just gave me some words of encouragement, made me feel loved. And I woke up this morning feeling better and feeling able to continue with my recovery. If any of you have watched anything that I've done like this before, myself talking quite candidly to the camera, you will know that my reasons are twofold. One, to attempt to find some sort of catharsis, attempt to find some sort of medium to release some feelings, thoughts, but also to show you guys out there that mental health is real, and we need to talk about it more than we do, and this is my way of talking about it and making it an issue that is discussed. And some of the things that I've said today may shock, may upset. That's not my intention. My intention was to release something here, quite selfishly, but also I hope that it will show someone out there that there is a way back and it does get better. I'm only 2 days after what I thought may be the end, what probably wasn't going to be the end, but that's the closest I've ever got. And even after only 2 days, I can feel myself slowly coming back and slowly regaining control, slowly regaining some self-worth, and slowly realising that, yeah, some days are vile and some days are exceptionally difficult, but then you get other days, you get other events, other people, other things that make you smile, make you laugh, and make you feel loved. And I suppose I wanted to not shy away from this issue. People who know me know that I'm very vocal and arguably a little bit too gung-ho about mental health issues, and I offer my help to anyone who needs it, sometimes to my detriment, but that's how it is. And I wanted to give you a slight insight into the issues surrounding or leading to self-harm, the issues surrounding to or leading to an attempt at taking your life, or thoughts of taking your own life. Because it's still taboo, it's still something that we don't discuss, and I will do another video in the near future talking about these things with a more helpful tone. I'm going to find some references, I'm going to find some resources that I have found personally helpful if you are struggling with self-harming, suicidal thoughts, anything that you think is having a negative impact on your body and mind, but you're doing it to cope. That's not a long-term fix. This is not a lecture, this is not me preaching at you, this is my introduction, I suppose, to myself finding out more about these issues, and myself attempted to disseminate and let people know that there are ways to get by, and there are ways to cope and to get through the dark times. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't really sure what my aim of making this was, and I think it has helped me just to say out loud that I was in a place where I wanted to die. Saying that out loud, and me being able to listen to it back and watch it back will help me, and I think and has helped me in the past. So you could say that I've used it as a tool to survive, cope, a tool to recover or begin the next step in my recovery. And I want to just end by thanking those people who didn't let me go and didn't let me fall, and to those of you who have hurt me. That's fine. I know in my life who I care about and who I love, and I know who loves me. I want to end on a positive, so I want to say it does get better, it does get easier. When you're at the moment where you're convinced it is the end, or you've reached as far as you're willing to go, try to take a step back, pause for a couple of seconds, and think about why you've survived for so long and why you've made it this far. There needn't be the last resort. If you find yourself getting close to that, tell someone, reach out. No one in this world is truly alone. Sometimes I think I am, and sometimes a lot of you guys will too. And I know the day will come again when I have a bad couple of weeks, a bad day, whatever, where I feel isolated and unable to talk to people and see people. I hope I can look at this and watch it back and think, actually, you know, you've come through it before, and I'm stronger for it, and you guys are too. There's another way. You can be near the end and come back. And that's what I want to leave you guys today with. There's another way. Have a good day. I'll speak to you soon. And yeah, stay well. Take care of yourself. Cheers, guys.